Thank you for coming tonight, and for some of you for starting this process again, and for the third time for some of you, I think. I just want to clarify a couple of things, really, from my point of view, from Triathlon Scotland's point of view, around the process from here forward and the sort of logistics part of what will happen when on the 8th, when you guys come to Fife Cycle Park, and then I'll leave you with Dave and Ewan to talk about the much more interesting parts, probably. So from here, for level 2, you guys are all going to come to Fife Cycle Park on the 8th to do your practical delivery session. So that is bike and run. You'll do them with the guys. It should be quite a small group, really, between 2 tutors. So should be plenty of opportunity on that day for feedback and trying things and ideas. Once that day is over, you will be given you'll be given feedback. You will be given another session which will be used for your assessment. Although no, you won't, because your assessments will be in. So the plan for assessment is that you will be doing that. You'll have a tutor come to visit you, delivering in your club wherever you're usually delivering. There's a number of reasons for that. One, it means everyone's at different stages. Everyone, as their clubs return, as where their coaching returns, is going to be able to get through the material or get through the tasks at different rates. So it allows us to be pretty flexible. Those who get back quickly and are able to get their assessment done and finish the course quickly will be able to. Those of you who whose clubs take a bit longer, or you haven't had as many opportunities to coach as quickly and takes a bit longer to get through the practical experience part, you'll be able to book your practical when you're ready. Or when you're a bit more comfortable once things have resettled. We will probably also do a sort of mop-up assessment session at some point for the level 2, because I'm conscious there are some people who may not have an appropriate setting for us to come out and visit, or one of the tutors to come out and visit. So at some point, probably the other side of the school holidays, we'll run an assessment mop-up session that anyone who is in that position will be able to come along to, and it will be like the traditional coaching course, coaching each other, as an opportunity to finish your coaching course. So yeah, back to the 8th, really, when we're meeting at the Fife Cycle Park. I'm really just going to run through a couple of the logistics around COVID side of things, and then I'll leave the guys to talk more about what you're actually going to do. But this one's pretty simple. The Fife Cycle Park, at the moment, you're the only people using it at the time, so you've got the run of the place. You will have toilet access to the clubhouse, but that will be the only indoor access at the current time. We don't anticipate restrictions changing before the 8th of May, so that's the current setup, is that we're allowed toilet access and no more. Some of the later dates might get more, but we're kind of working on the worst case scenario planning at the minute. So if the weather is bad, please do wrap up. Please do bring plenty of clothes, because there will be limited indoor access. Lunchtime, the breaks in between sessions, we need to remember that the organised sport guidance only covers us during organised sport, and that we need to break into the sort of standard government basic rules of 6 from 6 households when we're having lunch breaks, that type of thing. We can't just all be gathered as one big group. So yeah, I think probably cars might be useful if it's bad weather in those circumstances. The other sort of COVID related part that I have is that we will send out an email with like a reminder. We always send one just before the practical weekends, just reminding you of like what you'll need for the day and where and when. And that will have a link in it to a health declaration form that you'll need to fill in. It's just for track and trace and symptoms purposes, it just say you don't have any symptoms. That email will go out no more than 72 hours before the session, and that's then within the window for filling that in. Please do fill it in. If it's not been filled in when you arrive on the day, the tutors will send you back to your car to fill it in. So please do that. It'll make our lives a lot easier. The last sort of thing I was going to say was, which I think Dave will probably touch on a little bit in a minute as well, is just sort of feedback and follow-up from the sessions. Usually you have a candidate workbook. I think we sent them out actually earlier in the course, and a record of achievement document. Usually the tutors would take this off you, fill it in and give you it back, but that's not very COVID friendly. So we've come up with an alternative arrangement at the moment where the tutors will take notes on their own copies and then type up and send to you via email after the session. And we'll just kind of build up that portfolio via that method rather than by handing a paper copy back and forward. And the last thing really for me is just that last thing when it was weather, but I've kind of already covered that. So yeah, I think it is just the Fife Cycle Park is a lovely venue, but it can be quite exposed. So do just bear that in mind when you're heading there for the session. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope we can finally get some people finish their level 2 courses, because I know for some of you, you've been waiting a while. Thank you.
Thanks, Callum. Okay, folks, I've put my email address